Hi everyone and welcome to our lecture which is the introduction to market participants. So let's have unveiling the ecosystem no. So parang ang capital market kasi para siyang ecosystem, okay? Kung saan may mga nagko-collaborate no. Kumbaga they team up no with each other, they also compete and mostly and all, of course some of them na contribute to the functioning of the financial system na kung saan ayun nga, may issuers, may borrowers, may mga middlemen, no? So, sila yung tumutulong sa financial system natin. So, sabi nga dito, no, merong mga diverse actors na nag-interact with each other nang sa ganun ay magkaroon ng magandang flow or efficiency, transparency, no? Walang mga tinatago, and ayun nga, nakakaroon ng vitality kung saan every participants no, plays a vital role in the financial system. So, kagaya na sinabi ko, no, imagine a capital market and ecosystem kung saan may mga species doon na involved, kung saan pag wala yung isa, mawawala yung balance and sustainability. Okay? So, every participants no, is really playing a vital role. Of course, you have the investors. We have types of investors. So, investors comes in various forms. Meron tayong tinatawag ng individual retail investors. Meron din mga institutional investors, no? Such as the pension funds and mutual funds. And yung mga sophisticated na entities like the hedge funds, yung mga derivatives. So, lahat sila no, is nagbibigay ng unique perspective and meron silang mga risk appetite and investment strategy. So, yun yung ginagawa ng mga investors natin. So, capital, ang isa sa mga roles and allocation is, of course, the capital allocation. So, syempre, yung investors, no, sila yung nag-allocate ng capital kung saan yung mga funds is napupunta sa mga different financial instrument, no? So, mga stocks, bonds, derivatives. And ito yung nakakatulong para makapag-raise ng capital yung mga businesses for expansion and even for innovation. Ganun din, no, in terms of risk, um, talagang part of the roles and responsibilities is to assess and manage risk, okay? Kung saan yung mga investors, ina-analyze nila yung market trends, ano ba yung lalakas, ano ba yung hina, ano ba yung nangyayari sa economy or economic indicators, and even the performance or financial position of the company before sila mag-decide na kung mag-invest sila. And normally, they are trying to diversify yung kanilang portfolio para ma-mitigate yung potential losses. And of course, no, yung investors natin, nag-engage sila sa buying and selling of securities. So, yun naman talaga yung nangyayari sa capital market kung saan nagkakaroon tayo ng market liquidity, no? So, yung mga pera, no, nagagamit ng mas tama, no? And their transaction influence the market prices. No? Parang supply and demand lang yan. So, pag mataas ang demand, ito ang supply, tataas yung prices. And of course, depende rin sa investment objectives. No? Kasi yung iba kaya sila nag-invest para tumaas yung kanilang capital. Yung iba naman gusto nilang magkaroon ng income. No? Yung iba naman is they just want to preserve their money. So, depende yun sa objectives. And depende rin doon sa strategy and time horizon kung gaano katagal nila invest yung pera nila. So, sa part naman ng issuers, no, ito yung mga entities that issue financial statement, no, typically in the form of stocks or bonds, no, to raise capital from investors. So, normally, no, ito yung mga corporation looking to expand, yung mga governments, no, mga public projects nila, and yung mga other organization na kailangan nila ng financial resources. So, what are the roles? Number one, we have the capital procurement. So, syempre, ang primary role ng issuer is mag-procure ng capital. So, kagaya na sinabi ko, no, yung mga expansion, research and development, pwede rin kaya sila nag-i-issue ng pera para mabayaran yung debts, no? Or debt repayment, or even public infrastructure. So, pwede din in terms of disclosure, no? Issuers are obligated to provide accurate and timely information to investors. Siyempre, para magkaroon sila ng informed decision, no? So, dapat may transparency doon para mabuo yung trust and confidence, no? Ng mga tao sa market. Okay? And, syempre, nandyan din yung mga regulatory bodies, no? Na nag-enforce ng mga disclosure requirements na dapat is transparent tayo, walang tinatago. And of course, compliance, no? May mga regulatory standards na kailangan sundin yung mga issuers ng financial instrument and even mga rules, no? So, therefore, they have to adhere to those requirements, even yung mga financial reporting, kaya yung mga companies required silang magpasa ng mga financial statements nila no, sa Security and Exchange Commission. So, there are types of issuers. So, issuers vary in nature include publicly traded corporations, pwede rin namang mga government entities na nag-i-issue, and or pwede rin namang mga private companies. So, each category adheres to specific regulation and market conventions. So, pagdating naman sa brokers, no, these are considered mga middlemen or intermediaries. So in behalf of their clients, no, they connect buyers and sellers in the capital market. At sabi nga dito, they play a pivotal role in the transaction process. Okay? So they act as the conduit for the exchange of securities. So ano bang roles and responsibilities ng brokers? First is the order execution. So yung mga broker, no, responsible sila for executing trades efficiently. So ito yung pag-fulfill ng buy and sell orders from clients. At syempre, no, pag-offer ng mga best available market prices. Para na sa ganun is okay or smooth yung transactions. Ganun din, no? Ang mga brokers do conduct market analysis. Sila nagpo-provide ng mga valuable insights, no, sa mga clients nila para makapag-decide sila, no, yung mga clients. They do research, market trends, and real-time information dun sa, yun nga, para mabigay nila yung information sa clients nila. And of course, compliance, no, ganun din ang mga brokers, they are need to comply with standards and rules, okay? So, may mga ethical practices din siya and transparency na sa ganun ay ma-maintain natin yung trust. So, what are the types of brokers, no? Brokers come in various form. We have the full-service brokers, we have the discount brokers, and online brokers. So, from the keyword full service, lahat ng mga services, whether discount or online or other services, meron sila. While this one, discount and online brokers lang. So, we have also the dealers, no? So, ito yung mga financial intermediaries that engage in buying and selling of securities directly from their own accounts. No? Ganun sila. So, unlike brokers who facilitate transaction on behalf of clients, dealers actively contribute to market liquidity by making continuous market for various financial instruments. So, sila yung gumawa, sila din yung parang nagbo-broker. No? Parang sila na rin yung seller. Roles and responsibilities of dealers, of course, liquidity provision. So, sila yung nagpo-provide ng liquidity sa market. Naglalagay sila ng pera doon para magkaroon ng buy and sell at magkaroon ng magandang bidding. Next is risk management, no? So, dealers, no, is holding inventory of securities na sa ganun, mabalance nila yung market exposure nila, no? Pwede kasi lang i-offer niyon no, during the time na syempre, pag masyadong mababa yung presyo, they have to withhold some of their financial instrument, no, kasi may price volatility at may mga risk din related to liquidity. And of course, market functionality kasi kung walang mga dealers, syempre, walang active na, mababawasan yung active na nagpa-participate, no, dun sa price discovery and possible magkaroon ng, actually, nakakatulong yung, yung dealers sa pagkakaroon ng fair and efficient market prices kasi may competition. So, what are the types of dealers, no? terms of equity dealers, no? Fixed income dealers, and foreign exchange dealers. So what are the interconnected roles of this one? No? First is collaboration. So dapat is nakikipag-collaborate, no? Yung mga dealers, brokers, issuers. Nang sa ganun ay talagang maging yung transaction natin ay maging maayos and yun nga, magkaroon ng backbone yung financial ecosystem natin. Siyempre, magkaroon ng magandang relationship yung investor and issuers, no? Siyempre, dapat win-win situation yan. Okay? And of course, we have the broker-dealer relation interaction. So, dapat yung broker and dealer is nako-connect nila yung kanilang mga activities. The brokers may execute trades with dealers na fulfill client orders. Kumbaga yung mga brokers, pwede din silang magbenta ng mga binebenta na yung dealers na financial instrument. And of course, dahil doon nagkakaroon ng market efficiency, kung saan, yun nga, mas nagiging timely and accurate yung information dun sa lahat ng mga market participants natin from investors, issuers, brokers, and dealers. And of course, in terms of risk, yun nga, nagkakaroon ng collaborative effort para ma-diversify yung portfolio, no? Para ma-manage yung risk natin. And of course, regulatory. So, lahat ng mga market participants, kagaya na sinabi ko, should abide, no, with the regulations. Okay? Nang sa ganun ay magkaroon ng integrity in financial system natin. And lastly is market evolution, kung saan dapat is nag-e-evolve, no, yung ating market, no? I mean, we have to adapt, no, do sa nag-evolve nating market. So, kaya nga ngayon, pwede na mag-invest through apps, through websites. So, ganun nakagaling yung ating market evolution. So, that's all, and thank you.